Well, she's absolutely no stranger to performing at many different venues across the city. Local performer Kenna Burima. Now, like, how do you explain? You're a piano player, you're a singer,
Yeah.
you do pretty much everything, and then High Performance Rodeo rolls around and you get asked to play the carillon.
Yeah.
Which, first of all, explain to people what the carillon is exactly.
The carillon, as you can see behind us, it really sort of starts at this stage. It's a keyboard instrument, two keyboards, two manuals, and what it does is it creates the bell sound that you hear. I think lots of people in Calgary wonder, where is that bell? Where are those bells coming from in the Cagary Tower? And back in the day, not back in the day of the Cagary Tower, but back in the day when, with church bells, those were carillons, because you would press a lever or press a note like that, and a lever would strike a bell, a literal bell. Of course, that doesn't happen here. It's a digital representation of bell sounds, but all of the principles of the carillon are exactly the same. And people might be more familiar with the term glockenspiel. That's the German term for a carillon. Carillon is French.
I've heard the word. I never knew what it meant, though. I just throw it out there when I'm trying to do a German accent or something. That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Very cool. What was your first reaction when the folks from the High Performance Rodeo wanted you to do this during the couple weeks?
Well, certainly when I actually realized what it entailed and what a carillon was, because I was as ignorant as anyone else, I thought, oh my God, this is the heaviest, biggest instrument I'm ever going to play, because it's like I'm playing the Cagary Tower.
Right.
And what is more iconic than the Cagary Tower? This instrument itself, it was donated from the Dutch community, the Dutch Association, and they donated it in 1976, and it's been renovated and worked on over the years, and it's just in great form and function. So when you hear the bells, you're not actually hearing someone perform live, you're hearing it pre-recorded, but someone at some point had to record it live, and that's what I did for the piece that Calgary hears every noon for the month of January, which is even crazy for me when I say it. I'm like, all of downtown gets to hear a piece that I've composed.
Whether they know it or not.
Whether they know it or not, exactly. And I mean, it was difficult to not want to slip in some Black Sabbath little covers here and there, but I didn't.
Some Nirvana.
Yeah, some Nirvana, exactly. But what I did for the piece is I took the music of recently passed away Rico McDowell, and he was a One Yola Rabbit, not one of the founders, but pretty much with the High Performance Rodeo and with One Yola Rabbit from the beginning. And he was their resident sound musician. He did all the sound tech and all the songs that you would hear if you went to a One Yola Rabbit performance. And when he passed away just recently last year, it was around the same time that Michael Green had asked me to commission for a commission of this piece. And I thought, wouldn't this be a really neat opportunity to delve into what Rico did? As well, what I did is I was taking pieces of all these different requiems that have been written for centuries, really. And the requiem is really just a musical setting of the Mass for the Dead from the Catholic Church. I myself am not a Catholic and not necessarily religious in any sense, but the requiem has played such an important role in classical music for years and years and years.
How much of a difference was it composing a piece for the carillon as opposed to composing just a piece for you, for your keyboard and singing?
So when you create music for bells, you have to give so much space to each note for it to ring. You can't have really fast, really complex pieces. To me, I found that I really had to keep it sparse. I had to keep it slow, and to me, that also means that the bells are really able to ring, and it doesn't. It's more of I'm looking for a more calming effect rather than a frenetic sort of.
No, you may have never heard Kenna be sparse or slow ever in your life.
You know me well.
But this will be your chance.
Exactly.
Well, will you play a little bit for us?
I would love to.
If you're downtown while the High Performance Rodeo is still going on and you're wondering what all those bells are, you're going to know it's Kenna Burima. We're going to hear her right now playing here at the Cagary Tower.